Welcome back to The Dispatch, the official Arsenal podcast with me, Frimmy, and of course to the left of me is Josh James, and it is a massive, massive week. The international break is over. We have a big game on the weekend, of course, against Spurs, and this is a big one.
Yes, North London Derby week's always huge, isn't it? It's all we're thinking about at the moment, but we've also got room for a bit of other content this week because I caught up with Declan Rice recently.
Oh, okay.
Asked him about his set-piece prowess this season especially, and how he's been working on that, when that started.
Yeah.
He's worked with Nico Jover, so we'll come to that later.
Oh, yeah, absolute beast on the pitch, man. He's been smashing it.
He is just at the top of his game right now, isn't he? And you could tell, speaking to him, he's a man full of confidence. And he spoke a bit about England qualifying for the World Cup. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And what have you been up to this week?
I've done another carpool. Well, not technically a carpool. We've done it in a different location. It's Halen carpool.
Oh, okay.
With Per Mertesacker, former Arsenal captain. He's been begging me to do it.
You spoke about it a couple of episodes ago, and now you've made it happen. That's the dispatch for you.
Yeah, I love that, man. Because listen, he has been in full demand, and it's a great episode. He actually sang for me as well. He sang his initiation song,
which is interesting.
So if you guys stick around, you'll be able to hear what Per Mertesacker's initiation song was.
Let's get into it then, shall we?
Let's do it. Every single year, the North London Derby, it hits different. It doesn't matter about form or where we are in the league. These are the games that when the fixtures come out, we look to. So do you remember your first ever North London Derby that you attended, maybe as a kid?
The first one I remember would be, I was there. I used to go in the Junior Gunner enclosure, which people of a certain age will remember at Highbury. I think it was the front of the West Stand. And the first one I remember was 1988.
We're going back.
Yeah.
1988?
88, 89 season. So we won the league that year.
I was just born.
Were you?
Yeah.
I was 10. And I remember it because the famous clock on the clock end had been taken down while they built the executive boxes. And they were sort of unveiling it, if you like. So there's a bit of a ceremony before, which, we didn't used to have any ceremony. It was just kick off, game, go home. That's how it was.
No pyros?
No, in fact, what there was a little sort of curtain that got stuck halfway down. So not a good start, but it finished well because we won 2-0. I remember Michael Thomas scored. I can't remember who scored the other goal. Okay. It was a long time ago, in my defence.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was the first one I went to, first one I remember. What about you?
I faintly remember it. I actually don't remember the score. I just remember Dennis Bergkamp scoring because at the time, I didn't really have a team. Well, I did that at that point, but I really liked the Dutch team.
Right.
And I really loved Dennis Bergkamp. And then he moved to Arsenal and I was like, this is my team.
Oh, okay. Oh cool.
Yeah, this is the team I'm going to support.
So what was the game? I've got a couple I can remember of Bergkamp.
Ian Wright, he's on the right. He does someone on the right, crosses it in.
Yeah.
I think Dennis Bergkamp, he takes it down.
In the rain?
Yes. It was pouring down with rain, I remember. And then he puts it away. I can't remember the score.
3-1. I know the game you're talking about. It was Arsene Wenger's first North London derby.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was. We were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
They brought it back to 1-0, and then it was 2 goals right at the end, Tony Adams, and then that Bergkamp goal was unbelievable. And the celebration, do you remember the celebration?
Oh, yeah, he's just like going crazy.
Because he didn't do that, he was the Iceman. He celebrated, he was like,
he just knew what it meant.
And I spoke to him about that afterwards, and he said that's one of his favourite ever goals for Arsenal because of the emotion. And he goes, I don't know where that celebration came from. It was just, welcome to the North London derby.
I feel like a lot of players that know what the derby means, they get coached. I think there's a story about Vieira where he's learning English. I probably can't repeat it.
Yeah. People will know.
I feel like as soon as they come through the doors, they just know what the North London derby means.
Yeah, definitely. And you see this squad as well, built together. They've grown up a lot together. They've played in a lot of these derbies now, so they all know exactly what it means. But I think you're right. When they arrive, it's one of the big fixtures that's talked about. And because it's from around the club, isn't it? All the staff who work at the training ground will get into them early. This is a big week. But they all know it. And they all, this squad especially, I think, really thrive off that pressure. And they're like, big game. This is the games we want. This is the games we stand up for. And this is what we want. So, there's been... And for us as well, because now working at those games, it's a bit different, isn't it? Because you still have those nerves.
Yeah.
And what stick out for you, the games you've worked at North London derbies?
The one where, because of course I do the socials and I record the goals in, it's probably the game where it's the hardest for me to keep in check.
Keep a lid on it.
Yeah, because obviously I think the game that comes to mind is probably my first one working as well was 3-1 Spurs. against Spurs, sorry. And I think I recorded one of my best contents.
Well, 3-1, or we've beaten a few times 3-1.
Yeah.
Which one? At Emirates?
I think it was in 2022, we won 3-1. Granit Xhaka scored a winner.
When he scores that goal, what do you do? You're thinking, I'm professional here, I'm filming.
I went crazy. Like the first one, because I got the goal, the first one, I was calm because, it's only 1-0, anything can happen. The third one, I just let it rip. Yeah, they asked me, did you get the goal? I was like, no, sorry. It's my first time here, man.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Hopefully someone else got it, which they did.
For me, it's worse is the nerves going into the last sort of 5 minutes if we're one goal up. At home, you can pace and whatever. If I'm sitting in the press box, because I remember a couple of years ago, away at Tottenham, we were 3-0 up at half-time, and I was on the co-comms, used to do the co-commentary for the app and the website, and absolutely loving it. Then they bring it back 3-1. Then they bring it back to 3-2. So we've got 5 minutes plus injury time. Yeah. And I'm just a mess. I've got to try and do the co-commentary. I'm also doing a match report. And I can't remember what I said. I can't remember. I was just in a haze thinking, if I could leave the stadium now, I would. Tell me what the score is later.
Is that the game where Bukayo and Kai and...
Yeah, we were 3-0 up and absolutely running it. And then all of a sudden, they're back in it. And I'm thinking, I should have had more faith in it because actually I didn't even have a shot after that. But you know what it's like? It's like the nerves. And then the final whistle goes. And it's like, right, I've still got to write a match, but I need to switch on here.
I had a mad story about that. I was going... where was I going? I was going to America to visit my sister. And obviously, you don't know when the fixtures come out. You don't know when the Tottenham game is, so you make sure you book it right so you get the Tottenham game. But I booked wrong and I was away. So I made sure, I was like, I'm going to buy internet, so I at least know what the score is.
Yeah, you need to know.
Got on, it's kicked off, and the internet's just not working. And it's working intermittently,
So what, you know the scores or you don't know anything?
The first thing I saw before it started cutting out was 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Right.
I said, all right, cool, we can do this. Then nothing.
That's worse.
Got to half-time.
Not knowing what's going on.
I think it got to half-time, and I think they scored. No, they scored, but it got ruled out.
Oh, okay, yes, that's right.
But to me, I think it's 2-1. I'm like, oh no, they're going to bring it back. And then I didn't get anything until I landed and saw 3-2. And I was like, oh my God.
But your heart rate up until that moment
it's
not
terrible.
knowing.
It's literally the worst time.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never booking off when it's the North London derby ever again.
I think the first one I worked was the season, 01-02 season. We played them at home. And again, it was the last, we went 1-0 up. They scored to equalise. And then we got a penalty, 3 minutes to go. And Lauren remember when Thierry Henry used to get fouled, he didn't want to take the penalties. So Lauren, and I don't know if he had taken one before or not. I mean, he did take a few for Cameroon, I remember, but I don't know if he'd taken one for Arsenal. And I'm sure he mishit it. He just trickled in, and he looked like the coolest man in the stadium. So I knew what I was doing.
I feel like they all do that.
I'm not sure if he did, but he went in, and that was crazy because we went on to win the league that year.
I remember there was another time he took a penny in the 5-4.
Yeah, that was a crazy game as well. Yeah, I mean, we're lucky. We've got so many great memories because we're usually on the winning side. Those 5-2s as well, I remember.
Oh yeah.
Two in the same year, wasn't it? Back-to-back seasons.
The good one when Van Persie cut and then put it in. I think Sanya scored in that game to get it
rolling.
Yeah.
And one early one I remember being at. You won't know about this. Don't even know if you.
Maybe test me.
1993 FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Tony Adams, header around the back. You must have seen it. We must have used this in montages.
I have seen.
Free kick, header around the back, only goal of the game, 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah, I do remember.
Knocked them out because they had done the same to us a couple of years earlier. So it was revenge, and I was at that game as a young lad. That was a sweet moment. And what you said earlier about the players they get told about it and you get brought up with it. That's how it was for me. And you just got to be around with the supporters on a day like that, and you're like, this means a lot to everyone here. And that's why those wins are so sweet.
Oh, I love that, man. I can't wait for this one, man. It's going to be massive. Of course, you've got another captain's call.
I spoke to him this week. He's in very good spirits. You saw the Norway results, did you?
Yeah. Brought Norway off to the World Cup.
Yeah, first time in 27 years. So he's obviously delighted about that. He was there, obviously not playing this time. He was there in his role of leader to support his lads to be there because it's a huge achievement for that country. Got a good team. They might do well at the World Cup. So we spoke a little bit about that. And of course, the latest on his injury, how he's recovering, when we might see him again. So should we take a little listen?
Let's have a listen.
Tell us about the celebrations. Not only qualified, but qualified in a lot of style.
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. The whole qualification for us was, absolutely top, from start to finish. We won all the games. The way we won the games, well, how many goals we scored, barely conceded. And it was just proper solid from start to end. And hasn't always been the case for us to do this well. We've had a lot of we've failed a lot of times, and it's been a lot of hard moments for the team. And for me personally, also I've been there since 2014, and we've always failed, to qualify, but finally got there, and just unbelievable feeling, and one of my biggest dreams, to go to a tournament with Norway and then to go to a World Cup with that group. It's just unbelievable feeling.
Your comebacks, everyone wants to play in this game, don't they? And it's one of the big ones of the season.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's excited for this game. I think this one of the games you always look at, when the schedule comes out, and everyone's looking forward to it. And it's always a good time, and it's always special for everyone, for the supporters, and you can feel it inside the club as well. That it means a lot to people. So,
when I ask you memories about playing against Tottenham, what's the first thing? What would be your favourite memory of playing against them?
Well, favourite memory, probably when I scored that goal away and we won that game.
Yeah.
That goal is one of my favourite goals. It's really like that goal. It's a nice strike, and that's a special memory for me.
Martin's got that to look forward to at the end of the season. Another player that helped his team get to the World Cup, Declan Rice. You had a little chat with him?
Yeah, I did. I spoke to Declan last week, actually, at one of our club days, interview for the Matchday programme. So that'll be printed in the Bayern Munich programme next week. So get hold of that if you can for the full thing. But we've got a little extract here because I spoke to him about all sorts, but particularly about his set-piece delivery, how he's been working on that. I mean, he put so much time in on the training pitches, and it's really paying off. I mean, he's speaking to him, you could just see how much confidence he's got at the moment. He's absolutely buzzing, and it's sort of this momentum of every time I get results for these set pieces, I want to work on it even more. So it's just sort of snowballing. He spoke a little bit about England as well, because he's such a crucial player for England. And as you say, he's got the World Cup to look forward to, like a lot of our players hopefully will do at the end of the season. So spoke to him about all sorts. Should we take a little listen?
Yeah, let's do that.
Since January 2024, when Nico's had the conversation with me, he said, I've been watching, I think you have the ability to do it. You have the technique, you have the power, you have different types of deliveries. And then obviously as time's gone on now, it's gone a bit global because the deliveries have been really good. Again, I've always had that ability from the dead ball situation. It's just like believing in it and putting it into practice. Once I sat with Nico and discussed it, I was all in. I was 100%.
And then obviously you see the results, and that must inspire, it just sort of maybe snowballs, does it? It's like there's momentum of...
Yeah, that feeling of getting assists from my teammates, playing a part in goals is something I probably didn't focus on much at the start of my career. Yet now I'm desperate to add goals, had assists to my game, and to help the team out. Knowing on a match day that you've helped, the put into a win is massive.
Well, just another thing that you've added to your game.
Oh yeah,
as if you needed to add it.
I know. A lot of people say I've got to add stuff, keep adding stuff, and I add the stuff, and then
it's always something else.
Yeah, there's always something else. But I'm one of them guys who just take everything in my stride.
And when you look at our squad at this season, it's incredible. I mean, you must sit in the dressing room and look around and say, there's some good players here. People always say from the outside, it's great to have that competition. It raises the level. In practice, is that how it works? Is that
100% it raises the level, because you can't be comfortable done in your role, because you've got training sessions, you've got games, you've got people waiting to come on and impress. You've got people wanting to start. You're at Arsenal Football Club, everyone wants to start. Competition's healthy because it brings out the best in you, and I know it certainly does for me. I want to play every game. I want to play in the biggest and best games. But I understand as well that I'm a team player, and for certain games you need certain individuals to play different roles. So as long as we all chip in together, I think we can go in the right direction.
And nice to have qualified for the World Cup and to have that to look forward to. And I was looking at, I think you've played every game in the tournament, the last 3 tournaments. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we've been close.
Yeah, we've been close.
Look,
We've been close. We want to go
club
up
and
closer.
country. It's a sort of similar story, isn't it?
No,
So-
no, we see these expectations in 2020 when we got to the final, everyone wrote us off. And World Cup, took Qatar, we played unbelievable football, lost to France, shouldn't have lost. And then we obviously lost in the final against Spain, was nowhere near our best, we know that as a team. So look, we know we've proved we can win big matches and we can get to finals. It's just about now necking that final bit together and having the mentality to win. We say it all the time that the World Cup is the best trophy you can win, so just go in and give it.
Yeah, and do you think that the club, there's a link between the sort of club form and national team form? I mean, I'm old enough to remember when we won the double here in '98 and our French midfielders then went on the World Cup, and you can sense momentum. Do you think that could be a thing when there's so many?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I think you need to go into that tournament in a confident state. Yeah, like you said, the French boys who won the Prem, they probably felt invincible, you know. And that's how we've got to feel. If we're doing well come April, May, going into the World Cup, no reason why we can't have that same mentality and desire to go there and think that we're the best. So, look, we need to stay focused, but there's a long way to there.
If you've been listening to the dispatch from day one, you would know that Per Mertesacker has been putting pressure on me to get a Coney carpool done. But obviously, it's a bit of a change of scenery. We went to Haylen, so it's the Haylen.
Is this the first one you've done at Haylen?
Yeah, actually is.
Yeah?
Now I think about it. Yeah, it is the first one we did at Haylen.
Made it happen.
Yeah, made it happen.
I'm looking forward to this.
And it was a
Was it
good
good?
up
Was
as
it
well,
good, yeah?
man. His singing voice is really good, man.
I knew that Per would be singing.
Yeah, he's
Well,
really
that's
good.
why he wanted to do it, presumably, because he's a bit of a showman, isn't he, Per?
Yeah, and he actually mentioned what his initiation song was when he signed for the club.
Oh, really? And he gave you a little burst of it, did he?
Oh, of course. Listen, it's Per Mertesacker. He's
Yeah.
going to do that.
I'm trying to work out what it might be.
What do you think it is? He said it is like at the time the hottest song at the time, so that might give you an inkling.
Yeah,
Signing.
15 odd years ago when he signed, wasn't it?
You know what? Let me
let's
put you
have
out
a
your
little
misery.
listen.
Yeah, let me put you out your misery. Here it is.
The initiation song at Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, what was yours?
That was it was DJ Ötzi, Hey Baby.
How did that go? Hey, baby.
She's so pretty, looks so fine. I wanna make her my, oh my. Hey, baby.
Ooh, I want to know if you be my girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, baby. Ooh, I want to know if you be my girl. Okay, that's a tune.
Initiations are still a big part of, team bonding, getting the players together and kind of, letting them get out their show a little bit. You've been around for a little bit. Have you seen or heard? Yeah, just a tiny bit. Have you seen or heard any initiation songs while you've been there?
I think that a lot of the players, even these international stars, find it really nerve-wracking to stand up because basically, I don't know how long the tradition's been going, but it's not just at Arsenal, it's across football. It's usually your first away trip you do. It's not necessarily first game. It's first time you travel overnight with the team in the hotel. So it could be pre-season, you could be called up for a Champions League game, and it could be a youth team player.
I think Per Mertesacker said that he did one in Dortmund.
Okay, so it must have been the first, well, after he signed, it would have been the first trip. And so because he signed at the same time as a few players, so they all would have done it at that same time, I imagine. So it could be Per Mertesacker, you could be a youth player just called up for the first time. Sometimes, I don't know, backroom staff, medical staff.
Oh, have you done one yet?
I've not had to do one, luckily.
You've been here 25 seasons, you haven't done one yet?
I think because
we need to put that out there.
Oh, hang on, have you done one?
No.
Right, okay.
but,
We'll do it together, we'll do a duet.
Listen, I remember when we first went away on tour and there was talks of everybody does one like staff.
I think a lot of the time is a lot of talk just to get you nervous because the
I was up for it.
coaches will come up to you and they'll whisper in your ear, "Get ready, you got your song ready." I'm like, "No, I'm not ready." And but they're just winding you up. What would be your go-to song then if you had to do initiation song?
You know what? My go-to is always Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles.
That's your go-to, is it?
Only because I feel like everybody knows it. It's just the
So
go-to.
you can, I think that's what you want, someone that people can join in with. Because I've heard a few players do it, been in the room when they've done it.
Yeah.
And if it's a player from, I don't know, Argentina, just does something that, everyone in Argentina knows this. It's like, well,
I don't.
we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got to do one where after quite early on, people get in because like there's a lot of people in that room. It's usually they'll do it. I spoke to Christian Norway on tour, and I said, "Have you done yours yet?" And he said, "I've never been so nervous because at some point in that week you're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
But you don't know what day it is." And then they finish dinner, and then they all start clinging the glasses. They hit their glasses, and everyone's looking at you, and you're like, "Is it tonight? Is it tonight?" And he goes, "Actually, it's a relief to get it out of the way." But he's like, he's an international footballer. He's like, "No, I cannot do that."
This guy plays in front of 60,000 people. We can't sing
But
in
also
front of his peers.
yeah, well, exactly. It's just out of their comfort zone. Others, though, love it. I've seen a few where
man, I would
they're
love to
getting
do it.
into it and you have to say, all right, that's enough. Sit down now.
But the thing is, I don't think I would love to do it now. I feel like I would have loved to have done it when they didn't really know who I was.
Yeah.
Now they kind of know who I was. The nerves will kick in a lot.
But I think that's what
Because
it
you
was.
have to impress.
Yeah, that's what it's there. It's to basically, it's like an icebreaker, isn't it? To make you feel everyone is like, we're all together, we're all had to do this.
Yeah.
And the young lads, we had a couple of like 15, 16-year-olds on tour. They had to do it as well.
Oh, wow.
Stand up in front of all these players. And I remember back in the day, I don't know if this is maybe where the tradition started, but at the training ground, they used to have a Christmas dinner for the whole of the first team squad, everyone in the building, basically.
Yeah.
And the youth team would come in and sing Christmas songs. They had a little band turned up in the restaurant, and so you've got Thierry Henry and Patrick Vieira, Dennis Bergkamp sitting there like, come on, lads.
Yeah.
But it was great because they would see them obviously training together, but actually to spend that time together, I think it was a real sort of leveler. And that week, you feel like you're all part of the same squad.
I thought when you said band, like everyone brings like an instrument. It kind of reminds me of, you remember when Szczesny did that song?
Gilberto used to play the mandolin. He brought his instrument in, I think.
Mandolin?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Gilberto, talented musician.
I think Czech was a drummer. Peter Cech?
Petr Cech was a drummer. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
We
hidden
need to get the
talent.
band
So
back together.
some of them love it. Some of them were like, "No, I'll do the song and I'll get it out of the way."
Yeah. What would be your initial song?
See, I think I'd go for something sing-alongy as well. Probably an Oasis song.
That's a
Blast
cop
it
out,
up.
man.
But
Everyone does Oasis, man.
yeah, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do Some Might Say.
Some might say, what's that?
You don't know Some Might Say by Oasis. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. This is...
All right, we'll go out karaoke and we'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah? Let's do it. You need to educate me.
Yeah, we'll go out karaoke and we'll
Do you know Vanessa Carlton?
We can swap songs, can we?
Fair enough. Big game on the weekend on Sunday. To be honest, that's all I've been thinking about. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, you and me both trying to get through this episode thinking we've got a big one on Sunday.
Yeah,
So what's your plan? So what's your Sunday look like?
Oh, Sunday. So first off, we're going to be on live from N5 as always. Kicks off at 3:15. I'm doing player entrance, walk-ins, where the players come in and I greet them and see their vibe. But all the time, they've always focused.
Yeah,
so
are they all focused? Some of them are more than others, not more than others, but they all look different on the way in.
I feel like different players have different ways that they kind of handle this sort of game. Some are, in the zone and don't want to talk to anybody. Some are, it's just a normal game. It's just another game. So they kind of, have a normal day and they'll come up to me and say, how are you and all that stuff. So it's a bit different of which player that you come across. So it's quite interesting.
What percentage have got music on, would you say?
I think all of them.
All of them listen to something.
Most of the time we've got something in their ears, which it'll be interesting what they listen to.
Yeah, we need to find out one day, don't we, what they've got on. Yeah. Might be some motivational speech. It might have music. They might have...
Hey, it might be Vanessa Carlton, man. 1,000 miles. Who knows?
That's what gets them going.
Yeah.
So on the match day itself, so you'll be down pitch side?
Yeah, pitch side as well. I'll have a guest or two. Yeah, so if you want to know who we're going to be talking to, make sure you tune in. And then, social bits as normal, and then the game kicks off. What about you?
You're behind the goal, are you?
Yes, I'll be clock end first.
So the goal we're attacking, you're behind,
and
you'll be getting all the reaction.
Yeah, what about you?
I'll be in the press box, so I'll be writing the match report for Arsenal.com, and then post-match be going down and getting post-match interviews.
No comms this week?
No commentary this week. We've got our best team on that. Dan Roebuck and Adrian Clark will be doing the commentary as always. So listen in on Arsenal.com or on the app.
Yeah.
And then post-match, I'll be going down to the interview area, speaking to Mikel Arteta, speaking to one of the players involved.
Okay.
all of that content will be going out on. We've got to do content corner ourselves this week. I've just
Yeah,
noticed.
man. Listen.
Yeah,
it's
this
what
is where
it
it's all
The
going.
show must go on. I love that.
So yeah, all the content will be going on Arsenal.com and the app, and then on social media as well. Of course, everything, all the post-match reaction. So it's a full day for both of us. Mate, you post-match, what do you get up to?
It depends. I'm not gonna lie. It
Depends on the result. Everything depends on the result.
Yeah, it
Absolutely
can change.
everything.
Like it changes like that as well. We always have to pivot depending on the result, which is quite interesting. So yeah, it depends on what the result is really.
But have you got any? Got any plans for what you want? Ideally, what would be your ideal day? What
So
would you
normally,
do?
sometimes when if we do win and it's a big score, I go do tunnel cam. So,
Okay.
yeah,
See them all coming into the dressing room.
dap them up, see all they're all hyped and excited about what's just happened.
There's no better place to be.
Oh,
A full
man.
time after a big win, that has got to be the
It's
best place to
literally
be.
the best little bubble where they all just come in and you can just see them all express
The
themselves.
adrenaline is still flowing,
Yeah.
and the smiles on their faces. I think it takes a while. I don't know how they sleep after a game because it must take a while for that to sort of wear off.
I feel like especially on away days, it takes me a while to get to bed after we've like Real Madrid. I was up until like early morning.
Really?
I couldn't sleep. Like it. So
It's
they
intense
must.
and it's
so
so
they
intense.
must be double.
Yeah, and Sunday is again another level, isn't it? So yeah, there's lots going on, and we'll be there, bringing it all to everyone. So looking forward to it.
We'll be there, and hopefully you guys will be there as well. That is the end of this episode of The Dispatch. Make sure that you subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts, and if you want to watch the full episodes, you can go to Arsenal.com and YouTube as well. I've been Frimmy. You have been the lovely Josh James.
We need to watch it on. Other people need to watch it on YouTube so they can see what we're wearing this week.
Yes, we're actually smashing there. We're kind of matching, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, well, if you're only listening, you need to go and see what it is.
I'll probably wear this on as well.
Yeah, lucky top, hopefully. People want more from me.
Yeah?
3:15, Sunday afternoon, one place to be, live from M5.
Love that.
Arsenal.com, the app, everywhere, across socials, tune in, and let's hope we can get the victory.
Yeah, big 3 points, man. We need it. In a bit, guys. See you next week.
Bye.